What's up guys, it's Matt Collins Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we are talking about Power Automate, we are talking about expressions, and we're going to talk about the AND logical expression. So what is AND? And much like logic gates and things like that you may have used in the past in high school and things like that, allows you to pass in two expressions, and if they both return true, then we will get a true output. If one of them returns true and the other one returns false, then we will get a false output. So this is a condition where you need both expressions to both return as true, or one of them will return, or if they're not, if they're both not returning as true, then you'll get a false expression come out of it. Let's take a look at it. Now I've got my manual trigger flow here, and I've got compose action here. So if I click into compose and go over to expressions, I can scroll down to logical expressions and I can see the AND expression here. So the AND function. So what we've got is we've got two parameters that we're putting in. And then we have expression 1 and expression 2. So if both return true, then a true comes out of it. If one of them returns false, then a false comes out of it, and if both return false, false comes out as well. So let's click and next we're going to actually use some other expressions. So we're going to use the equals one because it's very easy to use. So we're going to choose equals, and we're going to choose 1 plus 1, or 1 and 1, and then we're going to put a comma between the two of them because this is the first expression, and then we need a comma, as we can see in the parameters down here, and then the second expression. So again we're going to use equals, and we're going to say 2 and 2. So what this is saying is if both this expression and this expression are true, then we're going to have a true come out. If this one and this one, if they're both false, we'll get a false expression come out, and if one of these is false, then we'll get a false out as well. So let's add that in, and we'll test it. So we'll save and test. We'll run the flow. We don't need to worry about the text input for now. And the compose action returns true because 2 and 2 are the same and 1 are the same. But we can update this. So if we choose does 1 equal 3, which we know it doesn't, and I'm just hovering over to just double check that my function has updated. We can click test, perform the test. Again, we'll ignore the text input. And then we can see it's false. So because 1 does not equal 3, and so this expression returns false, but this expression would return true, then it comes out as a false. And we can do a similar thing as well. So just to check that if both are false, then it returns false. Because there are some logic gates that if two expressions are false, you'd actually get true. But this is not that type of logic gate. This type of logic gate where both expressions need to be true in order for it to come out with a true response. If it doesn't, it gets a false response. So you can use this and you can pass in other parameters. So you can pass in some dynamic content about if this value is a certain length, or if this array contains a certain value, or if this something else, and if both of these expressions are true, then it'll return true, or else it'll return false, and then you can go down different paths in maybe some branching logic for Power Automate, or maybe set up some warnings if two things aren't returning true values. So what do you guys think? Is this something you use all the time? This is a really useful logical function that we can use. So let me know what you use it for in the comments down below. As always, if you could like this video and share it with your friends if you found it useful, it's much appreciated. If you've not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.